Greetings, everyone. It is the Heritor, and welcome back to Slay the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, so in the previous episode, we brought back yet another piece of her to the thing in the long quiet. We brought back the prisoner, and before that we brought back the witch. Before that, the damsel. And then whatever the very first one was. The weird fragmented one that I can't remember the name of. The thing in the long quiet told us this next one will be the last one that we need to bring her. So this might be the end of... This might be our reaching an ending of the game? I'm not sure. Is it already over then? Obviously, if it's already over then, I'm assuming there's going to be a massive amount of replayability. So we'll continue on with that. Or does it go into, like, we have these 2-episode loops. Sorry, 2 chapter loops. You go in, you find the baseline princess, you kill her or not, and then depending on your choices, you'll get a new version of her in a altered world. And then you do that multiple times, and then does that create another loop? I don't know. That would be pretty cool. But we'll see. I'm gonna ask this question again. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
So the narrator doesn't actually seem to respond differently here, which does lead me to think that, as I speculated in the previous episode, that he actually isn't aware of the fact that we are continuously looping. He's aware that it's possible. That much has been made clear when he told us about it as a contingency plan. But maybe he doesn't... That's only after we fail the first time and then go into the second time. He might not even be aware that this whole thing has happened multiple times.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
I think the world ends regardless, because we die. Actually, I don't know. I mean, we died the one time that we did kill the princess. I guess
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Right. Let's, silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
So I don't know what else to do.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. So, the previous times we didn't take the blade. The first time we were allowed to follow through with that and actually resist until the end. And that also happened when we did take the blade. But after the first time that happened, we weren't able to resist. And did end up killing the princess, which triggered the witch outcome. If we bring the blade, but intend to not use it, he's going to attempt to hijack control over us again. The narrator will. which will ultimately result in us being able to resist once, but not a second time. I think. I mean, this is pure speculation here. Which will result in us killing the princess yet again. I'm kind of thinking I have to proceed into the cabin. I can't leave. Okay, so I don't even have the option. I will try and leave in the next run, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, what do we do?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So if we go without the blade, it's going to get thrown down to us, and my assumption is that we won't even get the chance to resist it the first time. Which to the princess might appear like we had plans to betray her. Which isn't really what I want. So I would like to at least appear like I'm resisting.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Yeah, here we are again.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
So last time we said just checking in on you. I'm just gonna be like, hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
There she is.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah. I'm gonna say I haven't decided yet this time. Maybe there's just different outcomes. No, I mean, I have decided I don't want to do it. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Can we just give her the blade to start with? Dropping it will probably result in the same issue as last time, though I'm not sure. We tighten our grip on it. This seems a hostile action. But maybe with this we can give it to her. I don't know. I feel like we should be able to give it to her even if we drop it. Also, there's the manacle there. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands
That wasn't
and
there
drops
before.
to the floor with an unceremonious
I think.
clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
I'm sure.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Let's do it a bit differently. Let's actually ask her more things here. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
I don't think that's a reason to not trust somebody. But yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
We said that one down there last time. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
True.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Very true.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Neither
Like
is
I
yours.
said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
It is.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
You just had to add that last part, didn't you? How long have you been down here?
Too long.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Oh, she definitely
Right?
is.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Can we go to the manacle?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice.
Yeah, okay.
Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Ooh, so we can... I'm locking her in the basement. No, let's try and get her out. Alright, let's get you out of here.
Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Of course. We'll try. Hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try
You
the
try
door.
the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Can I not go into the manacle?
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Alright, we'll try.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
It's grim every time.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that.
There
The stakes
we
are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the
What if
princess
those-
approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
We should be able to warn her, but there's no other
Stop
options.
that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
And now we have no choice. Balls. Maybe there's one that we can pick that'll actually
Thank
do
you.
something.
You
Probably
swing
not.
your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade, pathetically.
Ouch. Ouch.
She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now, adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves.
You gonna say
You
something
fall to
me?
your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
Ouchies. Just stomping us to death.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess.
It can't just end like this, right?
I'm
I
sorry,
think it can.
but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
She just had this hollow expression on her face the whole time. All right, the tower. Interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot
No
harder
voice?
than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Okay, voice of the... What was it? The broken? What if I leave? Turn around and leave.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Interesting. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? No, I'm not going to say that again. We do get, I think, the same response every time. We'll proceed to the cabin. Interesting. So,
Warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
it is, from what we've seen, mostly true. Though we definitely can kill her. We did, when we walked in without the knife.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
I'm not going to pledge myself to her, but we'll see what we get down here.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Proceed
If
into
that's
the
what
cabin.
you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Here we go.
The interior
wow.
of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Quite high up there.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Not bringing the blade.
Why do we feel so small?
Oh, okay. I thought it was just really big. Maybe we're just really tiny.
We don't feel small. We are small.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Aside from being a bird person, but maybe that is normal here. I don't know. We haven't seen anyone else aside from the princess, so with a sample size of 2, that's not enough to build a consensus on what is normal.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. There's a mirror.
As do I. And yeah, there is. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Enter the
No
basement.
blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
Big old doors.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, every
Her
time.
booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Booming this time.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers
Lord
over
have
you,
mercy.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
No.
But the words don't leave your
Okay.
mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
You look kind of scary.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
Nothing is inevitable.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
Maybe we can still talk some sense into her. Oh, I see that there's no manacle attached to that. Maybe that was also the case in the previous version.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Well, I can see more divine truth than you think I can. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
Probably.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
Indeed.
That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
Why not? I think that's more worthy of being unbounded by some hapless mook, right?
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission, springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
I'm not gonna make you control me. Yeah, I don't have a choice. I'm yours to command.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
She's clearly drunk on her power. This is definitely my least favorite version of the princess.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Interesting.
Is she talking about you?
Yeah.
That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Holy shit.
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Ooh, she's narrating now. Cool.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Interesting. And what if I don't believe? What happens then?
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart. It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever.
Please, don't do this.
I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
We did lose our agency a bit the moment we walked in here. Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
Take her hand. Yeah, well, too bad for you. The thing in the long quiet has other plans. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
No, I don't even want to find this one.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
So if I'd have had the knife, I would have tried with this one. Just for the record. Not that I'm, like, upset that I didn't bring the knife or anything. Obviously, that was an option. And who knows? If we'd have brought the knife, maybe it wouldn't have even been her. Maybe it would have been something else. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. No mercy.
Approach the mirror. What happened to us now? You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Interesting. No, hold on. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. Yeah, that's what the long quiet thing said. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. I'm a fucking bird! I mean, we knew that already, but very clear bird. Awesome. I like birds. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh. Uh-oh. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Shit. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh, dear lord. So this is the narrator. Okay. There's like a Eyes there, eyes there. Okay, this is quite a lot like the thing in the long quiet. I think we are indeed dancing between two godlike beings that are trying to do something. One of them is at least trying to come into being, and presumably the narrator, whatever it is trying to stop it. So, you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help, after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
I think 4. Possibly 8, actually. Okay, so we only get so many questions, is what I'm guessing. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many.
An echo.
Somebody made you, after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Interesting. Indeed. Okay, so this kind of confirms that the narrator is not aware of the meta loop. He's only aware of the 2-chapter loop. Attempting to kill the princess and whatever comes next. Others like you. You said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
It's just going to change things up. I don't think he's really got hubris. But I want to see, the people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old.
Ooh.
It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Huh. If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet.
I'm the long
The
quiet.
god I made to rid the world of death.
Huh. I don't want to be a god, I want to be me.
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
So you know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant.
Okay, yeah, confirmed.
For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
That is an unsettling
Except for
thing
me.
to say.
I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Okay. Can you, though? What if I, yet again, don't trust you? I like our cursor. It's It's a little different now. Alright. I'm not going to ask some of these superfluous questions. I mean, they might not be superfluous, but, this is a good one. Whenever I've tried getting answers out of you before, you've been absolutely impenetrable. Why are you suddenly being so open?
Her nature is to become what others perceive her to be. If you actually knew what she was, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
That's the princess.
Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
The world needs disparity to exist. It needs contradiction. Otherwise, it's a blank space of pure order. Nothing dies, nothing lives. And I suppose it's not necessarily true. Things could live in stasis, a static state, not needing to consume other things, but what's the point? Not that I'm saying consuming other things is the point, but rather a world in a state of change is the point. What I think the narrator is trying to create is a world devoid of change. For me, there doesn't seem to be much point in that. Ending suffering would be great. Ending death, I mean, in a way, but not as a concept. I got rid of 2 of them. I feel cheated. We're gonna mostly just explore the things he's saying. I want to ask this, but I don't know if I'm gonna get the chance. Sweet. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow,
that's what that is.
the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be.
Just like us.
But an echo can't perceive things,
No.
not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
I'm not gonna say this. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up.
I'm not going to be unnecessarily mean to him. I do get he's something that simply is, and is doing what he does because it's his nature. There's no reason to get upset at him about that.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo.
Yeah.
And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
We'll see. Bring me to the Shifting Mound. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. What am I? The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, the vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Interesting. We are literally the emptiness. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Is she gone? Or is she already woken up? Good boy. So, this is the Shifting Mound, huh? Let's see what we got. I mean, she doesn't look...
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright. It's all the princess.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Let's be honest here. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Yeah, I agree. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I don't know if it was his fear. I mean, yeah, I guess in a way. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
I guess I have been fairly passive. Only in that activity would have resulted in me taking action, which the actions that were given to me were frequently involved murdering the princess, who, aside from, I think, really just one rendition, the very last one, I had no real desire to do. The tower I could have killed had I brought the knife.
When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Right. It's kind of what I suspected.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Are you going to tell us what that liberation is beforehand? Let's see what they're, There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. No, hold on. I don't know. Maybe I should ask this. Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens.
Yeah, I did
just
make
as
her.
you and I share reflections of each other's gifts.
Yep.
If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic.
Okay, fair enough.
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Wait, this isn't what I wanted.
You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts.
Huh.
A dog blind to its leash. But there is no life without the dark.
Huh.
When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that drives meaning into being.
Is this the prisoner? Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
Hold on, I'm gonna quickly turn the music down a bit. Okay.
Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence. And it was through that need that you carved our freedom.
Yeah, okay, this is the prisoner.
Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite.
That I can agree with.
Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
No, I would not. Address this vessel's statement directly. I can surrender. No, I don't want to do that. Let's address this vessel's statement directly. That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
That is basically what I said before, so I'm in agreement.
Behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time.
I can agree to that.
To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Obviously the latter. Address this vessel's statement directly. With time, we could have been better.
And there is always time.
Your lever tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you.
I didn't stab
You
you.
had a desire, and you set that desire free. You
Yeah.
lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Let's see. Huh. In a way, the desire to see the princess reach her potential, the desire to see myself, the long quiet, enter, reach his potential, the desire for the Shifting Mound to reach its potential as well. Ultimately, I think I wanted to see where it went. I wanted to see the potential good outcome, as far as good is a thing. I already had my little morality spiel on good and evil in a previous episode. I won't repeat it now. But nevertheless, it's a perspective that I operate on. So I'll say that feeling never left me. I tried to see the good in the princess at every point except for maybe the tower.
Then there's no need for you to fight like we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
I won't leave with you. Not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
Okay.
There is no constant. There is no center.
Uh-huh.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. That is the point.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
I don't think she's entirely right. I'm gonna say the final result here. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Yeah, that's what the narrator said too.
Whatever you're trying to do right now,
Oh.
you don't have to do it alone.
Hey! Voice of the hero. Explorer. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Voice of the hero is usually pretty reasonable. I thought voices weren't allowed here. I'm gonna say, I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence.
Yeah.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Let's follow the hero. Various renditions here.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Yep.
Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place.
Contrarian.
Oh, you made it here too? We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
No, we did not. This is interesting. Is it just the three of us? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
If the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin to us? For old time's sake, I want to hear what the hero says.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he?
Not once.
I always thought they were implied. He never mentioned the mirror either, but that didn't mean he implied it was there. It's gone, though. I think it did whatever it needed to do.
Yeah.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Alright.
Really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
Well, except I didn't do it. I'm gonna say this. It's funny. After everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Me too. He was a lot of fun. Really easy to mess with. Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Not taking the blade. That's how I started. That's how I did the first couple of runs, which I think had the most... I don't know, the witch didn't exactly have a positive result. But I feel like the damsel was the most positive result we had. I'm going to try and appeal to the damsel. Enter the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. If that's what you think is best, then that's what you think is best. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I wonder if this is different
Those
every...
winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward.
Yeah,
Do
indeed.
you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
I wonder if this is always the same when you reach the end of one of these meta cycles, if that is indeed what's happening, or if you always get transported back to the first version you go to. So if I'd have actually gone in there, maybe it would have been different, and we would have had a different voice. I don't know. Lots of options to explore.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
Good. 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 Like that.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Continue down the stairs.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So you didn't bring the knife. After all the lives we've lived together, and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move outside of the script.
Yeah. Again, still don't want to kill you.
Are we missing a page?
Yeah, quite possibly. Sit with them. Hello. That's probably a good way to start. I never got the chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you at the least. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
That's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. A conversation with us then probably wouldn't have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
Yeah. That's a great start. It's so good to finally see you again. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing
It
that.
is, for all of us. We've seen so many threads of stories told between us, but this moment is unexpected. Even when we've seen it all, you still managed to surprise us.
I don't think I want to be a god.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
But that's what you've always been, even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are, and neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
We don't know. We've seen through so many eyes, but all of them have been hers. We like you as you are. We like us as we are. Maybe we would have liked her version of us too, turning the wheel of a cosmic cycle together. But that's not the choice you made, even though she did everything in her power to convince you. It took courage for you to make your way down here, away from the paths others would have had you walk. We find that courage beautiful.
But that's the worst part of us. That's me she's talking about.
Contrarian.
I think that's the point. There is no worst part of us.
I mean, the broken was pretty annoying. So was the smitten. Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every
Like
part
we
of us
are.
is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We really are the same.
I don't think which princess are you? Although the second part of this question is interesting. And I'm sure it's interesting regardless. This seems like a good thing to ask, though. None of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
Is it unfair if it's our fault?
Was it not? We found you at the end of all things, and you found us. Is that not fair? Would this moment be what it is without the pain that built to it?
Good point.
We know we must sound like her, but it's how we feel. Everything that happened to us seems so important now. We walked a long and winding path together, and we've cherished every second of it.
Besides, I don't think fairness has much to do with anything.
Yeah. Clearly. So, which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
It's so tempting to speak as she would, to simply state that we're all of them, but there were also something new. We don't know if you'll find that answer satisfying. Perhaps
Satisfying
you'd
enough.
rather hear that we're the first version of her that you've met, but that we've been shaped by the experiences
Yeah.
of all of the others.
That's what she said too. We weren't supposed to reach that early. We were supposed to come to that later. More needed to be brought to make that a complete experience. We just happened to randomly stumble into that one by refusing to do the damn job.
Yes. That feels right to us.
It's her. It wouldn't make sense if she was anyone else.
I will ask this. So now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
We're just a stranger,
The stranger.
but that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to discover in each other.
That's nice.
That's sweet. But it's also a little sad. I think it's only sad if
Yeah.
we want it to be sad.
I don't view it as a sad thing. What if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Yep. I mean,
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
Okay, so explore doesn't mean an ending choice. So take their hand in yours. Okay. So our options are, I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door just as we are, just you and me. Or, not knowing is exactly why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want this. It's also interesting, but I feel like the first one's a more interesting option. It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want. Ooh, tough choice. Yeah, and of course there's no need for words. We can just leave with her. I know I said this was less interesting, but it's starting to appeal to me more. This is too direct, too I'm exerting my will. This is too... We're doing this because I wanted something to be different. This is also that, but I think the connotation is a little bit different, because this is like... We're breaking whatever this cycle is because I didn't like the cycle. This is, we're breaking this cycle because maybe there's something new and better. Which, I don't know, this sounds like the more hopeful option, which is what I'm going for. Not knowing is exactly why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want this.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Is that also going to be the case for her?
Yeah, I think we've done our job.
Aw. Are you two going to be okay alone?
We're not alone. We have each other.
That's good.
And I'm sure we'll find the others.
That's also good. You should. Leave with the princess. Oh, I didn't get to ask any more. That's a pity. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel their hand tremble in yours. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. Long and short existence, that's pretty good. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this. Yet, they still are. And then they cross the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with them.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to start a new existence. Don't have the two entities be separate. And don't have one of them exerting the will on the other. Let them both start from scratch as one. Which is kind of what the narrator and the Shifting Mound... Well, no, the narrator was trying to prevent it. So not what the narrator was doing, but definitely sort of what the Shifting Mound was trying to do, except the Shifting Mound had a perspective that we didn't. And now we both started with the same perspective. We both experienced the same things. Yes, from different lenses, of course. But I think this new beginning will happen without being tethered to whatever divinity was previously tethering us. You know, the Shifting Mound and, I guess, the long quiet. can just be the princess and Birdman thing. Seems cool. I like it.
With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
Do we make this a love story? I mean, the beginning of the game says it's a love story. Do we exhaust these options? I don't know. I don't know if they are options that can be exhausted. Or do we just pick one? I don't know. I don't know. This is hard. Because it seems like sometimes when there's the explore, you don't get to explore. It doesn't, it ends it, and then maybe... I'm just gonna ask her. Are you ready?
It's hard to tell with so many voices talking at once. But we're more ready than we're not.
Out they come. Open the door. It's over. All right. Wow. Yeah. Awesome. I guess we completed the game. Obviously, I'm assuming there's going to be plenty of different outcomes, and I think I'm gonna continue on. Though I feel like we got a pretty good ending first time around. Kind of by just not playing by the rules. Which, you know, there's a lesson to be learned in that. Sometimes you gotta not play by the rules. Sometimes the rules exist for a good reason, but oftentimes rules are outdated, better suited for an older system, regardless of what those rules are in. Rules constantly need to be adapted, changed, reworked. I say this as a tabletop game developer myself, working continuously on my own project. It's under a constant state of flux. My own writing as well. Is that what this whole thing is about? I feel like that's kind of what this whole game is about. Change needs to happen. Stagnation is death, one way or another. Either by there being constant death or by ending death. All you create is death and ending. This has got me philosophizing a little bit too much. Actually, no, it's not. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for the special playlist. For a special playlist, just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting it. How do I screenshot again? I think it's that one. Whatever. It'll be in my recording. This is our nature. I don't like small talk. Yeah, these are our different... Yeah, this was our track list. That's cool. You can hide the UI by creating an H. No, that doesn't matter. And now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab. And it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Ooh, boy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, play our other game, Scarlet Hollow. I'm gonna do it. For now, we're gonna return to the main menu. Reset the gallery. I don't want to do that. Memories. Tower. Oh, this is cool. The hero and the princess. The spaces between. The end of everything. So... Oh, okay. Hero and the princess. Oh, it tells a little story. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. Find the tower, find the damsel, find the nightmare, oh lord. Find the prisoner, find the specter, find the razor, find the witch, find the beast, find the adversary, find the stranger, yeah, you did that one. I thought you said she wasn't armed. Huh. Get her to break her own chains. Ooh, I want to do that. Always leave a means of easy egress. Okay. Interesting. Everything would be so easy if you would just do exactly as I say as quickly as you can. And then the spaces between. Oh, I guess we did a lot of this. The woods, the cabin, it's you. You've grown, you've withered, you've unraveled. You are nothing at all. The narrator. And damn both of you to an incomplete existence. Oh, I don't want to do that. The end of everything. Finish the game. Finish the game. Find your freedom as gods forever. There's two options here. There's two options here too, and we did get both of them. Go back to where it all started. I feel like we did. Oh no, that's here. Ah, so there are different places. Leave with her at the end of everything. So yeah, there's different options here. Cool. Return to your beginning and slay her once and for all. The end of never the end is never the end. Go back to where it all started. You always were a bit of a American, weren't you? We don't think there's a way for us to leave, but maybe there doesn't have to be an ending. Interesting. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together. Return to your beginning and slay her once and for all. The fruits of your labor, world free from death. Destroy her without any outside help. Doing this ending just, like, maybe it was a mistake doing it like this, but I feel like I got a really good ending. And knowing what I know, I don't want to destroy her. Am I ever going to unlock these? I have no idea. I'm not going to do everything on the channel. I'll probably do one more playthrough to see what else we can get. Maybe even another one after that. I'm not sure. It's pretty short, all things considered. But I'm probably going to keep role-playing to a certain degree. We'll see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'll wait a bit before I start the next loop. I'll probably take a look at a different game. But we will, at the very least, look through these. Meet your equal in combat. And then the tower. So there's different options. Resist a god through force of arms. Yeah, alright. So hold on, what did we get here? More like a temple than a cabin. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Yeah, every fucking time. Resist a god through force of arms. Resist a god through force of arms, but ultimately succumb. Try to resist a god purely through force of will. No weapons. I guess that doesn't work. Free a god to bring about the end of everything. Free a god to bring about the end of everything. Fell a god, fell a god, fell a god. We've been here before. An overwhelming heart. See through her eyes at the end of everything. Yeah, we did. And then the witch. Thought this was supposed to be a cabin. Yeah, this is always the same. Make a peace offering to someone you betrayed. I would like to do that. Yeah, I feel like there's still better outcomes that we could go for, and I will keep going for better outcomes. I'm not going to go the murder route, just because I don't want to. I like the princess. She's as much of an unwilling participant in all of this as I am. Fight dirty in a direct confrontation. No. But I like this option. That makes me want to try it again. Fight her until the world itself swallows you up. No. What does this one say? One of you has to go first. Might as well be you. One of you was always going to betray the other one. Might as well be you doing the betraying. No. You're not turning your back to her. The entire cabin is collapsing around you. Maybe the two of you should stop fighting. Yeah, that'd be cool. It's been here before. And then see through her confident eyes at the end of everything. Confident. Okay, see through her broken eyes at the end of it. Interesting. Hold on, I need to go back. This is just see through her eyes, so there's no broken or confident here with the tower. That makes sense. The tower is the divine point. Oh, man, she's an armed, is she? Okay, the stranger. What did we get here? At the center of it all is something that can only be described as, well, something. What the hell was that? What happened to us? This Split her as much as you're able. Ooh, so we could have not split her as much as we were able. To be everything is to be nothing at all. To be everything is to be nothing at all. That's what they all say. You've been here before, yeah. A rich and vibrant heart. See through her eyes at the end of everything. We didn't with that one. Maybe because it was the first one. Prisoner. Doubt breaks one shackle while forcing another. Very interested to see what we could have done here. I'm locked in here with you. We're both locked in here together. I'm locked in here with you. We're both locked in here together. Yeah, different versions. What could go wrong with handing her your weapon? She's locked up. Successfully free her. Okay. Enter a violent confrontation. Slay her. Receive vital evidence of the princess's wrongdoings. Interesting. Been here before and now you're here again. But this time without a head. Yeah. So we do have to cut her head off to free her, is what that's kind of suggesting. Clever heart. See through her eyes at the end of everything. So this one also doesn't seem like it has multiple perspectives at the end, whereas the witch does. I wonder if the... That's the prisoner. What about the damsel? Unquestioning commitment to the other. This one was very sweet. Free her from her bindings. Live with her. Is it just me, or is she changing? Interesting. No, she's not changing. She's becoming worse. Really worse. Oh no. Slay her. She's changing. You have to slay her now. Give her everything she didn't know she wanted. Huh, what does that mean? Pliable heart. See through her eyes at the end of everything. Huh. A gentle heart is what we got, and then a pliable heart. A gentle heart was good. We didn't kill her. And that was good. What do the other ones say? Meet your equal in combat? Slay her without a moment's hesitation. Lock your fears away. Interesting. Slay her without a moment's hesitation. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. She isn't armed, is she? Fall to a feral captive. Need more space. A narrow cave is no place to fight, and it's no place to stay forever. Interesting. Angels and demons are cut from the same cloth, and it's best not to deny a proud being. One might resist the divine, but it is very hard to kill a god. There's no shame in failing. Sometimes when you cut something out of you, a piece of you leaves with it. Kill your worst dreams or be killed by the ghost of your past. Better to linger with your nightmares than to let them run wild. There are always ways to die to nature. There are other ways to die to nature than let it swallow you whole. Become one with the princess, in a very literal sense. May involve, but does not necessitate being eaten. Oh, Lord. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your own heart on the line. Interesting. When you've seen the worst sights the prison of the world can offer, you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. And there are many reasons spirits may linger. The flames of passion, the flood of words left unspoken. You don't need the world for your happy ending. Fascinating. Very cool. I definitely want to explore more. I want to see if we can get an even better ending. Maybe... Yeah, I don't know. There were definitely some other options that we could have picked at the end that we did get to. I would like to try and get back to this end and try those. Anyways, that's been it. This has indeed been a very awesome game. Very thought-provoking. Probably the most philosophical game I've ever played. Definitely, you know, it's a visual novel. And it's a damn good one. I always like to give when I get through a game, I always like to give a final rating. And I know this isn't technically, I didn't actually get through the game. I mean, I did, but there's a lot more to it. And I think this is meant to be experienced multiple times. Right now, I think I'm going to give this like a... I'm trying to think, where's the downside here? There were a few instances where I would have liked to have made a few choices that were different than the ones presented to me, and this was not during the moments where my choice is stripped from me. I understand that, like, when something else is exerting its will on you in this game and you don't actually get to make a choice, that is a story reason for not being able to do it. There were a few instances where I'm like, I feel like I should be able to do something here, but I can't, because I'm just not given the option. And for that reason, I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10, but it's gonna get a 9.5 out of 10, which is probably the best rating I've given the game on this channel. Yeah, really good. Really awesome. I'll be back. All right, everybody. Drop this video a like if you've enjoyed it, and again, don't spoil anything that's going to come later, or in different ways of playing this. I would, even though I've gotten through it, I don't want to have spoilers for what else this game has to offer, because it clearly has a lot more to offer. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure when that'll be. Maybe it'll be sooner. Maybe it'll be later. But I will be coming back to it one way or another. All right, everybody. It's time. Existence is ending, fracturing, and it's time for me to go. Heritor out.